Hello, this is the Blimey Cow YouTuber, and welcome back to another video. And today we'll be watching Messy Mondays, 10 Ways to Get the Right Guy to Like You. This is the one I've been looking forward to ever since we did 10 Ways to Get Girls to Like You. And I'll be commentating on it, and then at the end going down to some of the comments and reacting to those as well. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, 90% of the time, the right guy already likes you. Assuming you're the right girl. If you're the wrong girl, then I don't suggest, trying to get the right guy to like you until you become the right girl. But for those of you who that are the right girl, 90% of the time, the right guy already likes you, and you either don't realize it, or you don't like him, or you don't know who the right guy is. Yeah, so that's how to get the right guy to like you. He already does, that's the answer. But let's see what Jordan has to say.
Alright girls, here's the top 10 ways to get the right guy to like you. Notice I didn't say the top 10 ways to get any guy to like you because, let's be honest, that's a video I'm very uncomfortable making. No.
Yeah. But for some reason, he still made 10 ways to get girls to like you instead of 10 ways to get the right girl to like you. I guess us guys are just forgotten about that, or every girl's the right girl, which I also don't agree with, but whatever.
No, see, we're talking about how to get a guy to respect you. Because any jerk on the street can decide that he thinks that you're hot. But you're looking for a guy who values you as a person, not as an object. Number 10, be willing to wait for the right guy. Don't date every guy that expresses interest. And don't be so desperate to find a BF that you become that 13-year-old girl that we all hide on Facebook. When will my knight in shining armor arrive? I wish I had a boyfriend so bad. And then she...
So yeah, wait is one option. It's also not an actual active option. Waiting won't. This is sort of a preemptive step. It doesn't actually help the right guy to get to like you. It's just putting yourself in a place where you're available.
She's in and out of a relationship every 2 weeks, and you wonder why she bothers to even put it on Facebook anyways. You know, people act like playing hard to get is a really bad thing these days, but if you really think about it, it's not. It's pretty much the only way to end up with anybody that's worth your time. So just be patient. The big man upstairs has a plan, and I'm pretty sure that updating your relationship status twice a day has nothing to do with it. Number 9, respect yourself. Do you know how hard it is to respect someone that doesn't respect herself? If you want the right kind of guys to like you, then you need to be comfortable in your own skin. Know where your self-worth comes from. And here's a hint. It's not from any guy you date. Jordan.
So respect yourself. Okay. Yes. Heck. That's hard to, gosh, I'm freaking not thinking anything at the moment.
These past 3 days have been the best of my entire...
I'm gonna go play some b-ball with the bros. Oh, by the way, I'm cheating on you. Number 8!
Yeah, so, I guess he's saying respect yourself enough to not pick somebody for yourself that's going to be a total jerk.
Be kind. Don't be nice to him just because he's the guy that you like. Be nice to him because you're nice to everybody. Number 7.
This is a horrible idea. Don't ever be nice. Don't don't be kind and don't be nice. It's be cold to everyone. Um, I don't know. The last thing you want to do is be nice to someone so to where they think that you're into them, and then it turns out, oh, you're just that way with everyone. Um, and then you leave him um, like that.
And learn about the things that guys like. Let's be honest, guys like stuff that girls think is just boring. But it's worth it to take the time to gain a basic understanding of whatever it is that the guy that you likes. Ask him to teach you the basic rules of football, or offer to play Call of Duty with him.
Ah, what a spawn kill! What a noob!
I know this probably doesn't make much sense, but just imagine if a guy you were interested in decided to go shopping with you all day and actually made an effort to enjoy himself. Even if you can tell that deep down he's not super into it, he's still willing to share your interests. Wouldn't that make you feel special? Number 6.
So, learning to like what guys like, or learning about what guys like, yeah, I mean, in theory, that's a good idea. It doesn't hurt to be able to enjoy things together. Also, I would say try to establish common interests and not just feign interest in each other's interests.
Make him feel needed. If you only know one thing about guys, know this. We want to feel needed. It could be something small like,
Jordan, can you open this jar for me?
or something big like,
Jordan, can I open my heart to you?
yeah. Just find ways to let him know that he makes your life better, and that you would be in a rough spot if he wasn't around. A well-placed
I don't know what I would do without you.
can go a long way. Number 5, support.
Yeah. I think that a long way is an understatement. Again, don't do that. That's going to go too far, especially if you do that to more than one person. Again, I'm sorry, I am not doing this very well. That's an effective it's probably too effective. Because guys, we're a bunch of retards. And we have massive egos, and anything you do to compliment us, we will remember forever, and anything you do nice, we will read all the way into, and you will not be able to walk that back. But if you're trying to get the right guy to like you, if this is something you're doing actively to make him like you, then it's dangerously effective.
Your local chivalry. That's right, this street goes both ways. When you see a guy being respectful, encourage him. Don't let any act of chivalry go unnoticed. Number 4, put some clothes on. It's hard for guys.
Yeah, you want to, back to the chivalry one, you want to encourage guys to be respectable, especially if you want to get a respectable guy.
Guys to pay attention to personality when there it is. right there. So pay yourself and everyone else around you some respect and stop dressing like you're in a Britney Spears music video. If you dress like that, people will respect you about as much as they respect her. Besides, you don't want the kind of guy that wants you just for that reason anyway. Remember these two things. Pretty is a much better compliment than hot. And the right kind of guy will like you for you, not the amount of skin he can see. And that reminds me of number 3.
Okay, so this one is a big one. Don't try to get a guy by trying to look hot or provocative, because God is telling the right guy to pluck his eye out when you dress that way. Okay? So, like, seriously. Modesty accepts to the fact that we live in community, and it helps. Obviously, the men's thoughts and actions are their own problem, but it helps to bear one another's burdens when females can dress modestly.
Number 3, be liberated from Hollywood. Look, television and movies have been telling girls their whole lives to be free and independent and liberated. But then in the next breath, they insist that you act as eye candy for men. I'm an average American 16-year-old girl. I wear what I want when I want because I'm free to be beautiful and sexy. But mostly sexy. That's not liberation. That's objectification. And if you don't know what that means, then look it up. Or just watch Jersey Shore. But don't watch Jersey Shore. Number 2, set.
Okay, so, yeah, be liberated from false liberation. And that just goes back to the last one, but this has to do more with the personal benefits to you yourself. Yeah, any false liberation is imprisonment.
Boundaries. This is one of the best ways that you can respect yourself. And if he's the right guy, then he'll respect you for it too. These can be physical boundaries, spiritual boundaries, emotional boundaries, anything that ensures that you don't move too quickly. And don't worry, if he's the right guy, he's not going anywhere. Hey, let's make out.
Sorry, but I've set boundaries.
But we've been dating for 48 hours. Justin and Haley have been dating this long, and they're already pregnant. Come on, just give me a little smooch.
I said no.
This is over. Hey girl, wanna give me a smooch? And number 1.
Yeah, setting boundaries is, again, a lot of this has to do with just respecting yourself, because I guess in a lot of ways it's the man's job to respect you for respecting yourself.
Be yourself. Don't be whatever Hollywood says to be this week. Don't be like your friends. Don't act like that girl that has the hottest boyfriend at school. Just be yourself. Because let's be honest, you're actually pretty cool. And sure, maybe not every guy is gonna see you that way, but when the right guy comes along, you're gonna be the coolest ever to him. If being yourself isn't good enough for someone, then they're not good enough for you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Oh, hey there. It's Prince Charming. Oh, okay, alright, I'll let him know. He says he loves these ideas and that he can't wait to meet you. And that you guys are gonna live happily ever after.
What was the last one? Be yourself. I've gotta say, I'm not like complaining or anything, because I basically agree. But I love how like easy they go on girls, and if this was a similar but opposite video for guys, it would have been a lot less of the um, praise and self-respect, and a lot more of the get yourself together, you know. And again, I'm not complaining, because I basically agree with that as a self-deprecating and self-loathing human male. I agree with all those points. I just find it kind of funny. But yeah, that's my opinion on the video, and I'm gonna go down to the comments to find out everybody else's now. Alright, so, there were a heck of a lot of comments, which I essentially had the same response to, so I'm going to do a bit of a lightning round, just read off a bunch of comments, and then give my response to essentially all of them. Sammy York says, you can tell this guy is really a good guy. Lycra says, I love how respectful this guy is towards ladies. For that reason alone, I'm subscribing to his channel. Mimi says, oh, this makes me feel so warm and fluff and proud to be myself. Thank you, Blimey Cow. Mary Valdivino says, the most common sense advice I've ever heard, plus put some clothes on, lol, so true. Before we can expect guys to respect us, we gotta respect ourselves first. Katie Cat says, Jordan, how often do you get marriage proposals from girls who watch your videos, XD? Miss Edge says, that phone call at the end was the cutest thing ever. And Liliana says, all of the girls, aw, the ending. Me, what's so good about the ending? Watches ending, aw, the ending. So, my response to all of those is essentially, golly, I mean, like, it's frankly kind of cute for girls to be like that, but like, and especially the phone call thing with Prince Charming, it was just, I don't know, I just found it kind of cringe-y to me. Like, I cringed. But again, it's just so interesting to me how totally unreconcilably different the two genders are. But yeah. And golly, girls are weird. But whatever. They're nice though. I mean, those were all nice comments. And I've got a few other comments here that aren't in the lightning round. So Busted Nebs says, waiting is the hardest part for me. Really seems like all the right ones are taken. Yeah, it can feel like that. And I kind of questioned when he put waiting as the first one there, but it should have honestly been number one, because that can be the hardest part. But the right guy will also be waiting, so I guess that's a good thing. And similarly, Sardaka says, thanks for the video, I really needed it. Waiting can be really hard, especially the older you get. Most of my friends are already in relationships. Some are even engaged or getting married, and I haven't even had my first boyfriend yet. It can be difficult, but stuff like this gives me hope. Keep up the great work. You're awesome. So, yeah, I mean, that's 7 years ago. I'm sure things are different now. But, I don't know. I find at a certain point, it becomes more impressive that you haven't, ever been in a relationship, especially given that you're like decent person and decent relationship material. And I know that's little solace in when you're feeling lonely, but it is something. Um, I'm not saying just to be satisfied in the fact that you're impressively single, but um, you can become almost a martyr of sorts in that way. And the last comment I'm going to go to today is from M. Gray Sunhay. And I am just bringing this up because this is the only comment I could find from an actual other dude on the entire video. There was like a lot of just comments from females. Um, Anyways, he says, man, point number 4 is such a needed message for girls in our day and age. It always saddens me as a young man to see women all over the place dressing so immodestly. It is extremely hard to pay attention aside from external appearance. I just wanted to share as a male how much real men appreciate the virtue of modesty and how it allows men to look past the external a lot easier to get you to know you more personally. And that is well put, and I second that, as you can see by the fact that I seconded it. I gave it the second like. Anyways, that's the end of this video, though. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.